Hey everyone, it's Rebecca the Dietitian coming at you with Healthy Travel Tips Part 3, Airplane Edition. Today we're going to see if it's possible to travel via airplane and stay healthy. Tip number 1, I'm going to go back to bring your own snacks. I will put a link below to Healthy Travel Tips video 1 and 2, and in video 1 I talked about some of my favorite portable snacks. And they go for car trips, but they also work well for airplane travel. Bring your own snacks. Don't depend on airplane snacks and airport snacks to keep you healthy. You might not like them, you might not find the best options. So bring your own snacks, tip number 1. Tip number 2, sometimes we have really long travel days and we are going to be really kind of forced to eat a whole meal in an airport, which is not ideal, but nowadays airports, thank you airports, are really coming around, a lot of the bigger airports, to offer much healthier options. What you're going to do is search online healthy lunch options blank airport, whatever airport you're going to, or healthy dinner options blank airport, or healthy breakfast options, or healthy food options, and I promise you will find some options. Sometimes the airports themselves note on their website the healthier options, but a lot of times I find bloggers or blog posts or articles that people have written about it and that airport and all of the choices, and they might even link to some of the menus, and they might even tell you exactly what food they ordered that tasted amazing. And I have had some fabulous meals at airports that are sometimes fast, sometimes slow, depending on how much time I have, but it is possible to find healthy meal options in an airport. Tip number 3 is go for a walk between flights. Get moving. Take that time between flights. If you're not running to catch a plane, if you have an hour layover or a 2-hour layover, get moving. Go shop in some of the stores, walk from terminal to terminal, walk to the healthier option that is really far from where your gate is, and then walk back. Movement, because when you're stuck on that airplane, you're not moving much. Which brings us to tip number 4, which is move as much as possible during the flight. And y'all know I'm a physical therapist too, so there are plenty of chair exercises that you can do, and you want to avoid stagnating, sitting still for a really long time and potentially getting something awful like a blood clot. You want to keep moving, so at least every half hour do a round of chair exercises if you're awake, and that includes moving your feet up and down, wiggling your feet, stretching your calf muscles. It's tapping your toes and heels into the floor of the airplane. Then you can do isometric exercises like tighten the muscles of your thighs, squeeze them, or kind of gently kick into the chair in front of you without repeatedly doing it and bothering the person there, and then do the other leg as an isometric exercise, meaning you're not really moving, you're just squeezing. Then you can squeeze your butt cheeks together and do kind of some Kegels or some butt squeezes. You can squeeze your abs in repeatedly 10 times, just get that circulation flowing. And you can do the same like shoulder rolls and press your hands together, do a little chest press, press your arms into the back of the seat. So do a little chair exercise routine. You can go on YouTube and actually search chair exercises, and you'll find a whole bunch of chair exercise routines that you can utilize when you're seated, kind of stuck sitting on an airplane. And along those lines, consider getting an aisle seat, and that way you can at least a couple times during the flight get up, walk around, walk to the bathrooms, and stretch a little bit, pretend to get something in your bag, walk around so that you don't get tagged by the stewardesses as a troublemaker. But as much as you can without getting in trouble, get up and actually move around, stretch, and walk. Tip number 5 is to stay hydrated. It's easy to get dehydrated on airplanes with that recycled air, so we need to drink more water than normal. And we tend to retain water with the altitude shifts, and drinking water is a great way to try to flush that and combat that. So if you're not on a fluid restriction for some reason, you should drink about half of your body weight in ounces of water per day while you're flying, at least, to make sure that you don't get dehydrated. And one final bonus tip is do not weigh yourself right after your flight. because your body's retaining water, you might be dehydrated, you get a little bloated during your travels, you're going to weigh more for a day or two after your flight, no matter how healthy you ate, no matter what you did, no matter how many of these tips you stuck with. So don't weigh yourself right after your flight. You'll just torture yourself and panic that you've gained weight. And you know I'm not a big advocate of weighing very often anyway, so put the scale away for a while and get back to your normal routine and don't even worry about it for a week or two. If you're a regular weigher, try to let it go for a while, at least 1 or 2 days, because your numbers are going to be all wonky and it'll probably just upset you for no reason. I hope those healthy airplane travel tips are useful. If they are, and you know someone that travels a lot, please share this with them so that it can help them as well. And if you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. It lets me know that I'm being useful. It makes me feel good. So I appreciate you, and I want to hear about your travels. Let me know what your healthy airplane travel tips are, and I'll add it to my repertoire. We're in this together. Bye. See you next week.